My knife brethren, we're coming at you with another episode of Western Wednesday. What we got here is another set, another fantastic example of a Western W6610. Now, the Western, this is an E code knife. E is the actual date of the knife. So you got 77A, 78B. So E makes this what? 77, 78, 79, 80, 81. So a 1981 knife. Now, we're going to get into this a little bit deeper, but this is part of the original grouping of Western blades my buddy got out of a gun shop. I bought the other set off of him. This is a 35 through 50 set and 3 other knives, all with matching sheaths. And this was the last one to come out of that deal. So I made a horse trade for this set, and I'm very happy with what I got here. But we're going to talk about this a little bit. Hang on to your hats, guys. It's going to be a fun episode. Let's unsheath this to begin with. Now, this is a carbon steel knife. Now, I'm going to put a little information down here. I'm going to try to edit in some information actually from a Western catalog, but the W6610 is a compact outfit, light enough to be carried on the belt. Carbon steel axe knife combination with matched resin impregnated hardwood handles. Knife is saber ground with a 4.5 inch blade. Axe has a 2 3/4 inch cutting edge. Now let's pull that out of the sheath here, and let's just get rid of the sheath for a second. And again, should have this picture of this same information edited into this. Now the thing about this is it ain't the easiest to get in and out there, but it is what it is. But the axe is 2 3/4 inch cutting edge here, and overall length of 11 inches. Leather sheath is made of 1 unit with a belt slot. The axe alone weighs 1 pound. A combination set package and box that can be folded into self-display unit. So that's what it says in the actual I think this is a 1982 catalog, maybe. I'm not sure. But yeah, let's talk about this for a second. Now, I had a hard time. We can see it does have a Tang stamp there. And I cleaned up around the letter designation, and the closest I could get to finding out what this is, I mean, I've got the magnifying glass, and it looks like an E to me. I would have to really, really clean that up a lot more to get some more information off of it. We got some carbon kind of coming off the last dot in the USA that's bleeding down into the letter. So I need to really clean that up. But if we look here, we got a little bit of pitting and whatnot. But guys, this is just, I mean, this knife is all there. A lot of meat on the bone. Very tight knife. Well, let's look at the blade stock here. Just a very, very good piece of equipment. Now we look. Now I'm going to put, again, there is a picture in with that catalog chunk that you're going to see. And the thing that makes the Western kind of unique is it's got a bifurcated Tang. So if you look, you can tell that the Tang splits into 2 pieces in there. You can kind of see a little bit where it starts at right when it goes into the Tang, and it's actually 2 prongs that come down like a tuning fork, and that's why you have the 2 pins here. You got a pin here and then a pin there. Same thing with the axe, bifurcated Tang. You got your 2 pins right there. But with the axe, now the axe is a little different. I'm trying to get some information on this, but I had a guy that I know. He's kind of knows a lot about Westerns. He actually worked, I believe, in a hardware store or something that sold these, and he has a lot of information on them. But the thing about the axe, it's a sterile axe. There is no Tang stamp, but this has a number 2. So I reach out to him along with Warthog and say, hey, you guys got any information on these? And the other guy besides Warthog that I reach out to, he said they did make prototypes, and they did make seconds that were sterile that could be stamped with a 2. So he said it could be an easy identifier as a sterile / seconds knife. Now I'm leaning along the lines of this is a seconds. Now a seconds knife is one that isn't just up to par to go out. And the reason I think that is because right here we can see that there's a little bit of A little bit of wibble wobble in right there. And I do not believe that somebody just did that who had this axe. I think it was done at the factory, and they looked at that and were like, hey, we can't let that out the door. And then maybe someone got a hold of it, and it ended up in a gun shop in Illinois. Now, the reason I said it is because this here is another one. This is just a little shorter unit, but, I mean, this one's totally smooth right there. I mean, you can feel a little bit of up and down, but not a lot. I mean, this one here, you can kind of see it. And again, I don't think that was done on someone's grinder. I'm just not sure. Maybe they get that and they're like, yeah, they ain't the par, and put it in another batch. Stamped a 2 on it. Maybe they were sending it out. Because he did say that they made knives and axes for Coast Cutlery when Coast was making some knives in Oregon. And, you know, they had an SFO. So, you know, I just don't know. They also, you know, I guess that Western also made prototypes for Blackjack. The model's 1-7s when Blackjack was in Effingham. Which I'm all about that because, you know, Mike Stewart, he makes Bark River, and, you know, I got a few of those. If you look, you know, looks like maybe this side's set up against the leather because she's got some, let's actually just look. Nah, it wouldn't have set up against the leather, I don't believe, no. Maybe they just had it laying on something and it kind of just over the years kind of patinaed it up right there. But very solid axe. Very, very, very solid piece of equipment. We do see here that, I don't know what someone tried to do here. I don't know if that was done at the factory too, along with this right here. But it doesn't affect the function of this tool. I mean, this is a very sturdy, strong tool. And we'll look at it compared to the one, this is a 35 through 50. You see it's probably about an inch, yeah, probably an inch longer. Weighs it's just a little bit heavier, but you know, we look at the heads of these. Just fantastic tools, guys. Fantastic tools. Now the knife, though, the newer knife, it feels a little sturdier than the 35 through 50 knife. The 35 through 50 looks like it's a tad longer, but look at the belly on that one. 1935 through 1950, this knife right here is. She's a beaut. But this episode's about this and my new set that I traded for. Traded a very expensive, well, not a very expensive, a pretty unique case copper lock for this set. So I'm happy to have it because it's really going to go good in my collection. And we'll look at this. Also got a picture here I'm going to throw in of an actual price of these bad puppies, and I believe it was 1982. Yeah, 1982. This thing sold, the W6610, which was the axe and knife combo, sold for $46.75. The W10, which is the axe by itself, sold for $25.95. And guys, I tell you, man, it just, the beef behind this thing, man. And I'm just glad to have it because I'm all over these Western axes. You know, I started my own little Western Wednesday. Again, it's hitting an open tag, but if you want to throw some information, you want to do a video and call it Western Wednesday and tag me, hey, go for it, man. Because I'm all about these and kind of preserving the history of these knives and what they stand for and everything. And I'm just, I don't know, it's just a passion of mine to save these old vintage knives that are still, I mean, look at this. There is nothing wrong. I mean, it's a little cosmetic stuff on both of these. But you could honestly take these deer hunting and you would have no problem processing a deer, an elk, whatever you need. I mean, this is going to bust right through the sternum and right through the pelvis with no problems whatsoever. I mean, look, that's exactly what this is made for. Oh, this is made for game processing. All right, guys, well, we're about 10 minutes into this. Remember, like, subscribe, leave me a comment. Tell me what you think about Western blades, and if you guys have any. And like I said, if you want to make a video and call it Western Wednesday and tag me, I'd love it, and I'd watch every single second of it, guys. All right, don't forget about Happy Hour Knife Chat. Sundays, this Sunday we probably will, we're not going to be doing one this Sunday because I'm going to be taking a little trip. But on Sundays, you know, I set the reminders on those to come out, you know, 5:30 Eastern, 4:30 Central. All right, guys, hey, like, subscribe, tell me what you think. You guys have a great day out there.